You're standing in the bathroom with the water running. Your hand is on the faucet, and you already know how cold it gets. And you're waiting for the moment when you can convince yourself not to turn it cold. Some days, you turn it cold and step in, and you come out clean and sharp. Other days, you do it and come out wired or disappointed. Then you start wondering if you did it wrong, or if it stopped working. Here's the part people don't expect. Cold doesn't give you a better day. Cold gives you a loud moment. And what happens next depends on how you use that moment. A lot of people reach for cold when they feel flat, stressed, or stuck. It feels like a reset button. And it can be. Like a strong cup of coffee can be helpful. But if you treat the jolt as the full solution, it backfires. What usually goes wrong is simple. The cold becomes a substitute for basics like sleep, food, daylight, movement, and starting what you avoid. So the cold has to do too much, too often, and the results get unpredictable. Picture Maya on a regular Tuesday morning. She wakes up already behind, with a tight feeling in her chest about her inbox. So she reaches for cold because it's the fastest way to feel like she's doing something. Sometimes it works because it pushes her into motion. But other times, it becomes a bigger event than the day can hold. She gets amped up, then crashes, then blames herself for not being consistent. And that's not a character flaw, that's a pattern. Is less than #0. 8# is greater than. So here's a simple way to treat cold like what it is. A short signal, a brief adjustment, not a test of who you are. Step 1 is name the loop. Right before you do it, notice the thought that shows up. It's usually bargaining, like, I'll do it later, or I'll do it if I can make it intense. Put one plain label on it, I'm bargaining. Step 2 is cut the thread. Set one clear boundary before your hand touches the faucet. A short count, an exit rule, a not today condition. That way, the cold can't turn into a negotiation while you're already in it. Step 3 is reset on repeat. When you step out, don't chase the feeling. Use the clean moment to start one small thing you've been avoiding. Not to finish it, just to begin it. Most people miss why this matters. Cold is loud, and loud things feel meaningful. And meaning is easy to confuse with change. The first mechanism is treating a short jolt like it can carry your whole day. You step into cold and expect your mood to stay high for hours. Then the rush fades and it feels like something was taken away. So you reach for another jolt, and the day becomes spikes. A reset button only works if you don't smash it all day. If the goal is feel amazing, you'll keep pressing it. If the goal is get oriented, you press it once and move on. That's the difference. The second mechanism is turning discomfort into a willpower test. The mind starts tracking score and evaluating you. How long did I stay? Did I flinch? Did I prove it? Now it's heavy, because you're not just showering, you're judging yourself. When it becomes a test, repeatability drops. You skip it on hard mornings because the right version feels too big. Or you force it when you're exhausted, and the body reads it as threat. Either way, it stops being a simple practice. The third mechanism is going too intense, too fast. You step in and your breathing jumps. Your shoulders rise. Your face tightens. Now you're not adapting, you're bracing. That braced, panic-style breathing is why some sessions feel awful. It can feel like energy, but it's not clean energy. It's more like a smoke alarm going off in your chest, helpful as a signal, not something you want blaring nonstop. The fourth mechanism is using cold to avoid the real problem. Not on purpose, just quietly. You do the cold, feel accomplished, and still don't start the email, the workout, the conversation, the paperwork. So the cold becomes training wheels that never come off. You keep needing the ritual to begin living your day. And if you miss it, the whole day feels off. That's when something small starts acting like something essential. Now the mistakes that turn this from useful to messy. One is forcing cold when you're already depleted. You slept badly, you're underfed, you're fried from the week, and you still demand intensity. Then you crash and call it lack of discipline. Another is staying in too long to prove something. You start with a short plan, then the mind says, go longer. So you do, and you come out shaky, dread it next time, or need bigger doses. That's the same trap as overdoing caffeine. The third is doing it late in the day and acting confused about sleep. You finish work, feel stressed, and take cold to reset. Then your body stays alert when you want to downshift. Cold has a time and place, and late evening often isn't it. Maya runs into all three mistakes without realizing it. On a drained morning, she uses cold like punishment. On a good morning, she turns it into a challenge. On a stressful evening, she uses it as a hard stop, then lies in bed buzzy. So keep it simple and keep it controlled. Cold is not a moral activity, it's a stimulus. And you decide the dose. Now bring back the 3 steps, but tighter, like something you could actually do when you're tired. Name the loop means you catch the bargaining early, the moment where you hover and delay, or the moment you decide it has to be extreme to count. You label it once, and you move. Cut the thread means you remove choice from the middle. You choose your exit rule before the discomfort hits. You choose your not today conditions before pride shows up. And then you follow the rule, not the mood. Reset on repeat means you don't measure the shower by how you feel. You measure it by what you do next. Is less than #0. 3# is greater than 1 small avoided task. 2 minutes is enough. 3 cognitive micro tools make this practical. The first is the bargaining label. When dread shows up, you say, I'm bargaining. Then you turn the water colder for a short count you already chose. And when the count ends, you stop, even if the mind starts renegotiating. The second is the shoulder drop exhale. If your breathing turns sharp and fast, your shoulders are usually up near your ears. Drop them. Then do 3 slow cycles where the exhale is longer than the inhale. If breathing doesn't settle, that's an exit signal, not a failure. The third is the 10-second finish line. When you get the urge to go longer, you ask, am I proving? Then you set a 10-second finish line. You exit on time and start the avoided task for 2 minutes. Notice what these do. They make the cold smaller, and they make you the decision maker, not the sensation. They keep the practice repeatable. Now the part that changes the outcome. What you do immediately after. Because the post-cold window is where people chase the rush or use it. Maya tries a different version. She does a short dose in the morning and keeps her shoulders down. She exits on the count, even though her mind wants to extend it. Then she opens her laptop and replies to 1 avoided email. It's not heroic, and it's not a transformation. It's a clean transfer of momentum into the real world. Tool is less than #0. 8# is greater than, and that's what cold is best at supporting. If the cold made you feel amazing, fine. If it made you feel neutral, also fine. If it made you feel keyed up, you don't fix that by going back in. You fix it by downshifting breathing, warming up, and doing 1 task. There's also a baseline problem that trips people. If you do cold randomly, you never learn what normal feels like. So every session gets judged like a performance, same shower, different expectation, different verdict. A steady version solves that. Short, controlled, and not every time you feel off. More like coffee you use on purpose, not all day long. And if today is a not today, that's controlled, not weak. Safety matters here in plain ways. If you feel faint, numb, or panicky, you exit. If you're already sick, shaking, or sleep deprived, you skip. If you're copying extreme routines from online, you slow down and make it boring. Boring is the point. A practice that works tends to look unimpressive. No drama, no proving, no punishment, just a small stressor you can recover from easily. So when cold works, it usually works like this. You keep it short and keep your breathing under control. You use it to start one avoided action, not to chase a mood. When it doesn't work, it's usually because the cold got promoted. It became the whole bike ride instead of training wheels. It became a score instead of a stimulus, or a way to postpone the part of life you didn't want to touch. Maya still uses it, but it's quieter now. Some mornings it's 20 seconds, and some mornings it's none. And she still does the 2-minute start, even when she doesn't feel like a different person afterward. That's the only standard that holds up. Did it stay controlled? Did it stay repeatable? Did it lead to one small, real action? Cold is a loud signal that can either help you begin or distract you from beginning. The difference is dose, timing, and what happens right after. Pick one version you can do today, then do one tiny avoided task while the moment is still clean.